Before the month ends, we're going to take you to one of the nation's largest urban wineries right here in Detroit. Lauren Winfrey joins us from downtown Detroit at the downtown Detroit Vineyard. Good morning, Lauren.
So I may be having a little trouble hearing you guys, but I am at Detroit Vineyards and I'm joined by Chris Southern. He is the GM and winemaker, and we're talking all things wine, which I love. Chris.
Awesome.
And it sounds like you love as well. Okay, so let's talk about your unique method for producing these wines.
Yeah, we work with growers all over the state, all Michigan producers, small family farms, and we bring everything, all the fruit back right here into the city to our winery here and produce everything here. Just like Traverse City, but in the city.
Okay.
And then we actually pour tastings every day for everybody to come experience them.
Tastings for everyone every day.
Wednesday through Sunday.
Wednesday through Sunday. Okay, and how do you guys work with farmers and local growers?
I have about 6 growers that we've been working with for about 3 years. And about this time of year, we start to understand what the crop is going to look like. And we just work together long enough that we have an understanding of what each other needs out of the pick. And so we make about 12 to 14 different wines every year, working with vineyards as far south as Berrien Springs and as far north as Lake Leelanau, so kind of like all of Michigan.
Chris, do you have a favorite?
Ooh,
Can you not say that?
I can say.
Okay.
Marsanne. Our Marsanne is always one of my favorite wines. It's a white wine, originally native to the northern part of France.
Okay, and Chris, before I send it back, what can people expect when they come on a tour of the vineyard?
You can expect to learn about Michigan wine. Like, we're making premium Michigan wines here, and I think a lot of people don't know that Michigan is the #6 wine producer in the country.
I had no
idea.
idea.
Yeah, right. So you can come learn stuff like that.
Wow, love that. Right here in Detroit. Love this. Can't wait to learn more. We're going to have so much more throughout the morning. For now, I'll send it back to you guys. But for now, reporting live at Detroit Vineyards, Lauren Winfrey, CBS News, Detroit.
#6 in the country. I would never thought that.
Impressive.
Well, with all those vineyards up north and all the wineries, yeah, makes sense.
Before we close out the month, we're revisiting Michigan Wine Month. Why not, right? It's wine. We all love it. Our Lauren Winfrey joins us from downtown at the Detroit Vineyard. Lauren, looks like you're liking what you're doing right now, standing next to the vat.
I'm loving this, Chris. I'm loving what I'm doing right now. We moved locations, so we are now in the Wine Cellar. I'm joined by Chris Southern. He is the GM and winemaker here at Detroit Vineyards. And Chris, you're going to tell me all about this room and the significance of it.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is our barrel room. So once we have wines kind of barreled down after harvest, everything comes in here for storage. It's nice and cool in here. It's 52 degrees. And then that's just a nice temperature for aging wine.
Okay.
And we're just kind of tasting, topping every month, checking the sulfurs on it.
And how long does it usually sit in a barrel like this?
Depends. It could be as short as 9 months for a white wine. It could be as much as 2 years for a red wine.
Okay.
And we have about 3 different years of wine in here across maybe 14 different varietals. All the wines are coded, you can see. So this is 2021 Bluff Frankish from Domaine Berrien Vineyard. And this is a conventional fraction of that press.
Okay.
This is 2021 Merlot from Herman Farms Vineyard.
Ooh.
04, barrel number 4 of that lot. And so we try to be organized about how we store everything.
Love that. And Chris, you said the white wines are over here.
Some of our whites. Yep.
Okay.
So
you also told me that this month is Michigan Wine Month.
Yep, we just got the governor's proclamation.
Okay.
So we're trying to celebrate Michigan agriculture.
What are you guys doing to celebrate?
Hopefully drinking wine.
Okay. I love that. That's what I want to be doing too.
Yeah.
Okay. Anything you want to point out about the white wines?
These are going to be bottled soon. So 21 Sauvignon Blanc from Herman Farms, and then we've got some Marsanne. And then actually, we've got some more reds up there. So 21 Bordeaux from a Yuba Vineyard, which is east of Traverse City in Williamsburg. These are all neutral barrels. They've been filled enough times. They don't add any oak flavor, so we're just trying to make nice, fruity, approachable.
Okay,
Michigan
and then,
wines.
Chris, last thing, tell me a little bit about the grapes you all use to make these wines.
We use a lot of different varietals. So Sauvignon Blanc, Marsanne, we buy Merlot, Cabernet Sauvignon, Cabernet Franc, Pinot Noir. So we have a little bit of something for everyone.
A little bit of something for everyone. And hopefully soon I'll be able to taste them.
Yeah.
It's early, but never too early for
Never.
wine. All right, I'm going to send it back to you guys for now reporting live at Detroit Vineyard. Lauren Winfrey, CBS News, Detroit.
Yeah, you sound like you're up for the challenge for an early glass of wine there. At least a little taste, Lauren. We have faith in you.
It's 5 o'clock somewhere, right, Lauren? Yeah.
Of course. All right, we'll check in with Lauren in the...
You know, May is Michigan Wine Month, and before we close out the month of May, we did have to visit the nation's largest urban winery, and believe it or not, it is right here in the city of Detroit. Lauren Winfrey is live there downtown right now at the Detroit Vineyard. And Lauren, what are you into right now?
Okay, so we're now in the production room, Sandra, and this is where the wine is bottled. And Chris is going to show us that process in a little bit. But right now, Chris, okay, so we're transitioning from spring to summer. Wine recommendations for this time of year.
For sure. So some of your lighter reds, for sure, like Pinot Noir is great as a red wine that's going to be good in warm weather.
Okay.
It is rosé season.
Yes.
Rosé all day.
Frosé, too. I love
We
a
don't
good
have any frosé,
Okay,
but we
well,
have rosé.
well, okay.
But it's good.
So good.
And then white wines, so crisp, nice dry white wines like Marsanne that we have, even a Chardonnay. We've got a really delicious Pinot Blanc that would be good for this season as well.
Okay, and let me properly introduce Chris. This is Chris Southern. He is the GM and winemaker, so very knowledgeable, and I've been learning all morning with you. Okay, Chris, so also any grape varieties that we should be looking for, too, when it comes to our wines this season?
For the spring and summer season?
Yeah.
Sure. In Michigan, Pinot Gris is a great aromatic summer wine. Like I said, Rosé, Pinot Noir is really delicious. Our Marsanne is great. And actually Riesling, nice dry Riesling
that sounds
here in
so
Michigan.
good.
It's perfect for the season.
Sounds really good. Okay, so let's talk about the bottling process.
Sure.
This is the big machine that does it all, and you're going to walk us through these steps and then, give us a little action.
Sure. Well, we're kind of in the middle of bottling season, so we're getting wines sterile, filtered, and then they have to get bottled, right? So a lot of what happens in a winery is cleaning. And so we'll sanitize the line, and then basically on a good day we have empty glass on this end of the line and then labeled bottles on the other side that are full of wine. So the conveyor fed, the wines are going to get, the bottles, are going to get rinsed. They'll get sparged with nitrogen to remove the oxygen. They'll get filled, corked, and then labeled.
Love it. So a lot goes into this process. So Chris, let's turn on that machine.
Okay.
I'm going to send it back to them in the studio because it does get a little loud. And we are going to come back one more time this morning and do our tasting. But for now, I'm going to send it back to you guys. Well, I'm going to give you a little look at this bottling process. Then you guys can take it over. But for now, reporting live at Detroit Vineyard, Lauren Winfrey, CBS News, Detroit.
Very neat. They're firing it up.
Yeah, let's fill those
Ready to
bottles.
go. All right.
Bring 'em here.
Bring them here. Thanks, Lauren. Welcome back to CBS Detroit. You know, most of us up here are wine lovers, right? We talked a little bit about our favorites, red, white. So to celebrate Michigan Wine Month before it ends, we are taking you to the nation's largest urban winery. And of course, it is right here in the Motor City. It's in Detroit. Lauren Winfrey is there live downtown at the Detroit Vineyard. And Lauren, we're loving that this is right in our own backyard. And now it's finally time to taste some of that wine.
Yes, Sandra. So I love that too. And I had no idea that this was the largest urban vineyard. And now I know. Amazing. This is Chris Southern. He's the GM and winemaker. And now we're going to taste some wine. So, Chris, you have 3 wines for us to taste here. Okay, walk us through this a little bit.
Yeah, so after everything's made and bottled, it comes out here. So you can come to the tasting room, taste it, select your favorites, and take them home. I have 1 white and 2 reds that came from our spring release in front of us.
Okay.
And we're going to start with the white. So this is Marsanne. We sourced the grapes for this wine from Domaine Berrien Vineyard in Berrien Springs, so southwest Michigan, near St. Joseph. They're one of our largest growers, one of our favorite growers. This is a crisp, dry, aromatic white wine.
Okay.
It's got like a lot of pomelo, lemon flavors, a little bit of honey and apricot as well.
And Chris was telling me that all of these wines made locally in the
Made
state
here.
of Michigan.
Yep, all the
Love
fruit
that.
sourced from all over the state of Michigan.
Okay. So now we taste. Okay,
taste.
so walk
So
me.
give it a swirl.
Give it a good swirl. Okay, I do
Give it
know
a
this. A sniff. Oh, it smells great.
Smells like lime, right? Mm-hmm. Then you take.
I love this.
Take a quick sip.
Take quick sip. And you kind of like work it around. See, I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to drink it. Oh, but I have to go to the
You don't
next
have to.
one.
We can just dub it.
We can just
but
dub
we work
it.
it around in your mouth.
Okay.
Get a sense of what the flavors are.
Okay.
What the finish is, and do you like it or not?
Okay, I do like this. And this is, what is this again?
This is 2020 Marsanne.
Okay, so now I have to dump it. This is sad. Okay, let's go.
Waste not, want not, eh?
All right, let's move on to the next one.
So 2021 Pinot Noir. For this wine, we source the fruit from Old Mission Peninsula, so that little skinny strip of land that separates Grand Traverse Bay.
Nice.
It's one of the cooler growing areas in Michigan, so this is going to give us a more linear Pinot Noir.
Okay.
It's got kind of more cranberry flavors, really good with fish, actually, or
Ooh,
cheese.
really good with fish. Any fish in particular? Okay, so swirl it. Give it a good sniff. This smells delightful,
It smells
too.
like cranberries, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Love this. Okay.
Got
Now,
a nice vein of acidity.
I don't know how to do the. I'm not so
Sucking
good.
air
I'm
into?
learning here with Chris. Okay.
It's a winemaker's affectation.
All right, and our next one.
Then we've got Cabernet Franc.
Okay.
We also sourced fruit for this wine from Domaine Bearing, same as the Marsanne. 2021 was a cooler, wetter year in Michigan.
Okay.
So we definitely got more classic, cool climate Cabernet Franc from this.
And that affects the taste, right? The climate
Quite a
affects
bit.
the taste of our
Yeah.
wines. Okay.
Especially for Cabernet Franc, in cooler years it can be a little bit more herbaceous. So
Got it.
this is very classic, like what you would experience from the Finger Lakes or Chinon in France. Very much varietally cracked Cabernet Franc.
So, Chris, I watched a master class on winemaking. I forgot a lot. This was during the pandemic. You know how you just needed something to do? So, here we are. You're refreshing my memory.
Yeah, we give you a master class every day here.
Thank you. Love that. Okay. So, I sniff and.
Give it a little sip. Getting a little bit of herbaceousness, right? Some raspberry flavors.
Yeah.
Nice
it's
and delicious.
Good. So, all three of these wines, incredible. Made locally, sourced locally.
Yep.
Love that.
Yep.
Anything else we should know, Chris?
Come in, taste these, grab a bottle to take home. If you want, you can join our wine club. We release twice a year. We always throw a party for the club when we release wines.
Nice.
We've got all kinds of events going on. You can watch our socials for DJ events, for food events, all that kind of stuff.
Nice. So if you want to taste wine, learn about wine, especially local wine, here is the place to be. We are live at Detroit Vineyard. Chris, thank you so much for everything this morning. I will send it back to you guys, and I will let you know that this is a great place to get a great bottle of wine. Confirmed. Okay?
Yeah, we're
now
gonna have to
reporting
check
live
it
at
out.
Detroit Vineyard. Lauren Winfrey, CBS News, Detroit.
Thanks, Lauren. Yeah, it looks like a neat place to check out right in Detroit.
Yeah, I appreciate the
fun.
heads up.
Yeah.
Something
Gotta
else
have
to
that
do
way.
on a Friday night.